Morning, everybody. Welcome to part 2 of my yard operations. I'm not going to go over this whole thing again. Just as a reminder, blue cars are going to Cincinnati. They've already been done. Orange is the N&W interchange. The red is going to Vossas or VA Junction to interchange with the C&O. And the green cars are going to go to Parkersburg. They're going to be on eastbound trains. So we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. And if you need more information, just go back and watch part 1 and I'll explain what I'm doing. This is where we ended yesterday. What we're going to do now is we're going to get the cars that are going to VA Junction. I'm just sort of doing this by looking at what's left and trying to figure out what would take the least amount of moves. Like I said yesterday, I don't have an assigned track for these cars, and maybe I should, and maybe I will. Right now, I'm going to put the cars for VA Junction on track 3. There's two cars on track 2, a GM&O boxcar and an Illinois Central Gulf boxcar, which need to go back to their home roads, which at this point are the same. They're both part of Illinois Central Gulf. And so we're going to take them to VA Junction and put them on a northbound train. Sorry about the jerking. I'm not using the gimbal. It sort of gets in the way. If I would put it right in the center of the yard and try to pan with it, I'd be reaching around it. And it's a little bit much to try to operate the throttle and uncouple cars and pan and zoom. So there's a car already on track 3. Now at the end, it's a full gondola full of scrap from Oak Hill. And it's going to go on a northbound train to go up to Steel Mill somewhere up north. Now we're going to put the 2 N&W boxcars on track 2 to go to the N&W interchange. I don't have an N&W locomotive right now, so I'll have to choose something to be a stand-in when I actually do the interchange run. So I had a lot of trouble uncoupling right here, so I edited it out. The covered hopper has a Atlas Unimate on it, and the NW car has microtrains, and they couple great together, but sometimes I have trouble with my Rix pick getting them uncoupled. You might hear Ferdinand fussing at me here in a minute. I made him come inside because it got dark, and he wants back out. We won't let him. So we're going to spot the chassis hopper on track 3. And now we've got our 4 cars that are going out to VA Junction. If this was a normal switching operation, I wouldn't show my hand, at least when it blocks the camera that much. But they're relatively quick, so I left them in. So the only thing we have left at this point is there's an empty tank car that came from General Chemical, and it's routed back over the NW. So we have to go get it. It's on track 1 toward the bottom. So we're going to pull that string of cars and put it on the track 2 with the NW boxcars. Now, I'm sure you can hear Ferdinand fussing at me now. Yes, buddy. Got an accidental uncoupling coming up here in just a second. That's why you'll see the train stop. Don't know what happened. Just popped loose, so I edited it out. So now we're just going to put these 2 cars on the General Chemical hopper down. You can barely see it at the end, close to the end of the track there. And these cars will go on an eastbound train to Parkersburg. Well, they'll probably go past Parkersburg. Just going to pull the locomotive up and stop. Then we're going to review our work. Okay, we got them sorted out. On track 1, we've got the green cars, which are going east to Parkersburg. Track 2, we have the orange cars, NW Interchange. Track 3, we have the red cars, which are going to VA Junction, going to go to the C&O. They could go north or south. On track 4, we have the blue cars, which are going to go west to Cincinnati. And then on track 5, we have the empty box car. It came from ITT Grinnell. And we'll save that because we'll need that somewhere sometime. Well, I closed the video since I talked about the hill. Went ahead and did it. I didn't have enough to go all the way to the end. Basically, behind the building here is where I spliced it in because it didn't match up with that. I cut it down about 2 inches so it's not as high as it is in other places. And down here, still working on it. That's about the extent of my artistic ability because I didn't have a section from right there to the wall. But anyhow, I think that adds a lot. But there's going to be stuff, you know, up against this. It's not just going to, you're not just going to see those hills. There's going to be fences, buildings, you know, all kinds of different stuff. So anyhow, thanks for all the positive feedback on the first video. And I will finish up the transfer runs next weekend. So everybody stay safe.